When it first broke into the mainstream almost 2 years ago, those who learned it ranked up instantly, while those who couldn't do it watched in awe as their opponent flew across the field in unfathomable speeds, scoring easy kickoff goals. Hello everyone, I'm Arex and today we'll be learning the speed flip. But first of all, what is a speed flip? A speed flip is not a side flip, but a cancel diagonal flip. It's pretty easy to mistake one for the other if you're not too experienced in the game yet, as they do actually look relatively similar. The main difference is that a speed flip generates mostly forwards momentum with a little bit of sideways momentum, because after all, it is a diagonal flip, while a side flip generates almost exclusively sideways momentum. The speed flip is the fastest known flip in the game. Popularized by Musty in October 2019, it is used not only for kickoffs but also for quicker rotations, recoveries, as well as clutch saves. It's also the coolest flip in the game in my opinion, therefore you should learn it. So before we start learning it, I have two quick disclaimers. First, this video is for controller players only. I'm not a keyboard and mouse player and therefore it would simply be hypocritical of me to try to teach you something I can't even do myself. I'll link Yukio's KBM tutorial in the description if you're a KBM player who's trying to learn this. Second, it took Musty 6 months to get consistent at the speed flip before actually making that video, and I've been using it for almost 2 years now. Be patient and work on it every day. If you can't do it every time, you haven't mastered it, but it is something that you can master. So I'll try to explain the speed flip in 3 steps. The diagonal flip, the cancellation of animation, in other words, the flip cancel, and lastly, the air roll and landing. I strongly recommend using regular air roll for this, as well as having your air roll bound to the same button as your power slide, so you don't risk your brain exploding from having to hit so many different inputs in such a short time frame. First step, the diagonal flip. While some people swear by a 45 to 60 degree diagonal flip, I have found that something like a 30 to 40 degree angle works better and gives you faster and cleaner speed flips, as it gives you more forward momentum. Though this really depends on your controller dead zone. More on this later. So you want to tilt your car a little bit to the side, in this case a little to the right, then jump and flip with your analog stick facing up and roughly 30 to 40 degrees opposite of the direction you tilted your car before the flip. So in this case, a 30 to 40 degree flip to the left. Do this for a while until you can do these flips consistently. Step 2, the flip cancel. This is what makes a speed flip, well, a speed flip. Canceling a flip is the action of moving your analog stick to the opposite direction of a flip, thus stalling or canceling it. Once again, this might depend on your controller dead zone, but I've found that canceling to the back and slightly to the opposite direction of your flip might be better than a straight backwards flip cancel. You can even go as far as mirror the input by canceling back into the opposite direction of the flip at a 30 to 40 degree angle. Once again, do this for a while. It's gonna look a bit weird, it's gonna feel really weird, but just make sure you can have them looking somewhat like this consistently. Step 3. Air roll plus landing. The last part of the speed flip is the air roll as well as the landing. Do the flip as well as the flip cancel, but this time hold air roll while doing it. Almost right after you pulled your analog stick back to cancel your flip, slowly turn it to the other side while holding air roll, like so. This will ensure that you land smoothly instead of having your car land sideways. If your power slide bind is not on the same button as your air roll, make sure to hold that as well before landing. So now that you know how to speed flip in theory, it's time to put it into practice. Go into custom training and enter the training pack code I've put in the description below. This is a training pack made by Musty, who's one of the first players to use this type of flip, as well as the person who popularized it. Here you can practice your speed flips. You'll know you've done it correctly if you can hit the ball on the first shot. If you feel like you're doing everything correctly but are still struggling to hit the ball, make sure to wait a second after resetting the shot so your car has time to fall to the ground, and make sure you're not speed flipping too early. You want to hold your boost for a little bit before speed flipping, like so. The other 2 shots are the diagonal kickoffs, in case you want to practice using the speed flip in a more game-like scenario. I'll cover kickoffs in next week's video, so if you're still unsure how to use the speed flip in a kickoff, make sure to stay tuned for that. If you're struggling to get clean speed flips, it might have something to do with your controller dead zone. I actually tested out almost every controller dead zone setting, and the highest I could go while remaining somewhat consistent with my speed flips was about 0.65, though my performance started dipping around 0.40. The sweet spot for me personally is around 0.20 to 0.30. That's it for this video. It was a pretty short one, but I didn't want to waste too much time and tried to get to the point straight away. If you have any questions or need help and advice regarding the Speedflip, or just want to talk to me and the rest of the community, make sure to join the brand new Discord server I made. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, and if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. See you next time.